here, let me check where I used tabs. Maybe in the last one I used tabs. Yeah, so open the file titled example04-united.rmd, last file. Okay, it is example04-united.rmd. Now in this file, you can see that I have specified a theme, and this theme is Yeti. So if you are curious to know where these themes are coming from, there you can check this in their documentation. They will have, probably some themes, and they will mention the themes that are available to you. So not in layouts, maybe in using probably, but even if not, I can show you where you can get these. Yeah, maybe in appearance. Yeah, there you go, themes. So these are the themes that you will find. So I'm on Flexdashboard website. Then I clicked on using tab, and within that I selected appearance from the left navigation, and within that there is themes option. So I selected that, and this is what you get. So these are the themes that are brought in from I earlier mentioned Bootstrap. I'm sorry, it's Bootswatch, by the way. So from Bootswatch, they have imported these themes, and these are, by the way, generally the themes imported in R Markdown. So that is why you see the same themes showing up again and again. But if you go to Bootswatch website, there are a lot more themes there. So if you click here, what are different themes are available. So some really nice themes. In fact, I like some of these themes, but unfortunately they didn't import them. For example, I like this Slate, and I don't think Slate is brought in here. As you can see, Slate is not here in this list on Flexdashboard. Yeah, so whatever. So select a theme. So I picked up Yeti, but you are free to select any one of them. And then all you have to do is just write its name, no quotes, by the way, just write the name directly as this, right? So theme Yeti, and I'm not changing my orientation. It's just a row and vertical layouts scroll. Now this example, actually, if I had more time, I would have discussed this, but we will, I think, have an opportunity to talk about this again in a Tableau dashboard lesson. So this data set is basically the tweets mentioning United Airlines during during that incident, during or around that incident, when they dragged a passenger from their plane, and it was like terrible. People were shooting it, and this gentleman, the passenger who was being dragged, he hit his head on the seat. He started bleeding. It was really chaotic, and I don't know. I mean, you can imagine, right? I'm a marketing professor, so from marketing point of view, that's like a disaster in making, right? Then and there you can see it. But what I found interesting was the reaction on social media, right? So that is where I downloaded all the data from social media, and then I analyzed the tweets. I did sentiment analysis, just a lexicon based. That means just matching the words with a dictionary to see which are positive, which are negative, but also the words that captured the emotions, right? So emotions like anger and sadness and so on and so forth. And then so this is the data that we are using right now. So you don't have to do anything. The data is not you don't have to download anything. It is already, I had saved this on my GitHub, so I'm directly reading it from there. So using read CSV function, it is reading this file, and then I'm making some changes there, and these are some of the sentiments. So the sentiment that we are going to plot here is negative, positive, disgust, anger, and joy. Right? And finally I created a variable called as sentiment, which was just a ratio of negative to positive. So let's see how this dashboard will look like first of all. So I've already knit this document, so I'm just going to open that in the browser. So this is how it is going to look like. Okay, so there is going to be that overall sentiment, right? Overall sentiment will show up as one single row. So there will be a big row like this that is showing you this graph. And as you can see that this is by the way a ratio of negative to positive. So that's why you see this was the event date, right? So this was around this time this was happening, and as you can see that negative to positive went up. That means negative sentiment has shot up quite a lot around that event. So what about specific sentiment? So then those sentiments can be observed from this this panel, the second row. But the second row, interestingly, has these things shown as separate tabs, right? So positive, then negative, and then anger, and disgust, and joy. And interestingly, anger and disgust, they are peaking that time. Then joy is peaking, but 2 days later. That is funny. I'll tell you why it is funny, at least for me. But this is, you can see that it's a pretty simple dashboard, right? Nothing complicated, and it actually it is holding right now in front of you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images in the second row, and one like a common image in the first row. So this is so easy to create, because if you look at the code here, all it is saying is that first we start with the row, and then we plot the graph for the overall sentiment, which was just basically 3 lines of code. And then we go here, and now in the second row we use this specific option, saying that tab set, dot tab set, which tells Flexdashboard that whatever comes in this row will be shown in separate tabs. And then we use again h3, and this header 3 is literally being used as the title of the tab. So first tab has a title of positive, second tab has negative, and so on. And all that is being brought into one single dashboard without any intervention from you, right? Besides the basic stuff. So if you know how to code ggplot, this is just helping you with your layout. So that's why I love Flexdashboard, although I don't use it much, because I don't need to use it much. That's the reason, by the way. I'm more like a Shiny guy. I do most of my work in Shiny, so that's why I don't use this much. So I either use Shiny or Tableau. So, but that's all about Flexdashboard. Any questions on this?